Start recording. Okay, cool. Well, I am excited to have my friend here today who is a gym owner, actor, and father of three who is now stuck at home with his children and lovely wife. So this is my friend Harold, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hey, how everybody doing? Yes, my name is Harold Lercius. I own a gym down in Nashville. Well, in Nashville, but specifically in Berry Hill. That's over there by 100 Oaks Mall. I'm a father of three kids and a beautiful wife. I'm stuck in the house with these kids now, but they're having fun. I'm having fun with them too. So, I mean, this whole dynamic of just being in the house is really more of a time I get to spend with the kids more than often, because usually they'd be gone throughout the day because of school. So, but now, since they're home, it's like, it's even though it's a forced thing to spend time with them, but at the same time, it's cool. And of course, they're running around the house doing their own thing, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you get frustrated, but then you have to remember the bigger picture. Like, these are my kids, so it's like enjoy the moments, enjoy the time with them while they're this young. So.
Yeah, well, I knew you would have a very funny perspective on this. So a little bit of context, Harold and I actually met about a year and a half ago on a short film set. It was the first short film that I ever did. And was it your first? No, you had been in a couple others before that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you played the cop, and I was the very bad, crazy lady who burned her house down. So you arrested me at the end. And anyway, we became friends afterwards, and then we ended up in the same acting class last summer. So we have just stayed in touch. But you own a gym. That's how you make your living. And I just would be curious to know when you had to shut down your business and what that's been like for you. Because I know that's where you're used to going every day.
Yeah, I mean, shutting it down was something that I was kind of not anticipating, but really didn't want to, only because my gym is a studio, boutique type gym. So really it's not a big boxing when a lot of people are coming through. So I usually do, one-on-one sessions with clients. So I kind of figured, that won't be too bad, but, or I could go outside with my clients. But then it got to the point where it's like, the clients are not going to come because of that. So it's one of the things I go ahead and shut it down and be like, of course that's going to be a hit to my pocket as far as income, bringing income for the family. But thankfully and praisefully that, my wife, she works from home already. So her job didn't change. So it's like, at least we still have income coming in, which is a blessing. So that's definitely one thing I could be like, that's a good blessing right there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, has it been weird not seeing your clients? I mean, because I know, that's obviously not only your bread and butter, but obviously something that you enjoy doing, which is you're a people person. You like interacting with people. Has that been strange?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has been different. Some of the clients have been actually wanted me to train them through Zoom or FaceTime in that way to where they can actually still be doing something. And that also a lot of clients I tell them if they don't want to do that, they could just, find a workout on YouTube on something just to keep their body moving. So one thing I don't want the clients to do is just sit around, which is a lot of people are doing that. Sitting around, because they feel like they're at home, but at the same time, it's good to get up, go moving. And especially yesterday. Yesterday was such a beautiful day. And it was so hard to stay inside the house on a beautiful day, even though we're not on full lockdown, but just to go outside for at least 10 minutes, enjoy the sun, come back in, that's a good thing to do. So, especially now, it feels like the weather's about to break to where it's going to be nice outside. So I kind of feel like it's going to be hard for people to stay inside the whole time. So
Well, I mean, yes, I've been going for walks. I've still been social distancing, walking, feet apart from other people. But same thing where I was like, I need to go outside. I need to get some vitamin D and walk around and move my body. So, and I can definitely tell you there were a lot of people at the park yesterday, and not all of them were practicing social distancing. But no, that's a great thing for us to talk about, because I know you are such a fitness addict, and it shows. And I would always see you at the gym. You and I both work out at the Y. So do you have a gym at home, or how have you been, keeping fit during this time where you have to stay in your house?
Really, I own my own studio. Like I said, it's a small studio, so I just go to my studio and work out.
Oh, you still go there? Okay.
Yeah, I still go there and work out myself.
Kick everyone else out.
Yeah, I mean, if a client, like right now, because like I said, my studio is a boutique studio type. So if a client wants to train, I tell them, come on, we can go train. But, a lot of them have taken the road of not coming and be like, they'd rather be safe than sorry. And that's very understandable, because I'm not forcing nobody to come train, especially at times like this where, you don't know what aspect or how is this virus going to continue. Because right now we're still on the rise as far as continuing that part. But at the same time, it's like, if a client says, oh, Harold, can I come to your gym and train? Oh, that's fine. Or even if a client wants to go to the park, and go train, we can do that too. I mean, as long as it's social distancing, we're fine. I mean, I'm staying away from that client and we have our separation. And I'm talking to the client and training them at the park and enjoying it. That's fine too. And also here in my neighborhood, I just go walk. Now I don't walk. I don't like to walk. I like to run. So I go running in the street. So I mean, I do that. So it's like I'm still doing my part as far as myself. I staying in shape because I know I don't want to get myself out of shape. So all I'm doing really is trying to make sure I'm texting my clients and helping them to do something, because it's very easy to lose all the hard work that you have put in if you sit around for about 2 weeks doing nothing. And when you come back, I mean, it's gonna feel like you're starting all over again. And that's one thing you don't want your clients to have, that feeling.
I love that. Yeah, just do something. Totally. I was thinking even the same thing with myself, because I'm always going for walks. But I mean, the other day I thought, okay, I don't have the weights, which I used to use at the Y, even though I use like 5-pound weights. You probably use like 100-pound. But I thought, just do your yoga on your mat, do your plank poses, like just do anything, just anything. So you don't like turn into a big lumpy mess by the time you do get to go back to the gym. So I like that. Just a little bit consistently helps, right?
Exactly. Consistently helps. Just, my thing is, if you could get up for at least, 15, 30 minutes every day, just do something to get your heart pumping, get the blood flowing, get the heart going, burning some calories, at least for 30 minutes. That's good. At least, when you come back to where you're going for an hour, you won't be as tired as those that just sat around the whole time. And not only because of that, but just fitness, period. I mean, just keeping yourself healthy is good to move for at least 30 minutes every day. So, I mean, that's just like the norm. That should be the norm, I think, for everybody. Yeah, I mean, just 30 minutes moving, definitely.
Well, I find even for myself, like, I just feel so much more, 1, energetic, 2, creative, and 3, I mean, I feel like my brain doesn't really wake up until I start moving.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it really like affects like even my cognitive abilities.
Yes, I understand. That's the best thing. So I mean, and like what you just said is definitely true. So it's like, like it gets your cognitive skills going, but a lot of people don't realize how much of exercising helps the brain. And I wish people would just get that. If people get to that point where exercise is beneficial for the brain, I think a lot more people will engage in it.
Absolutely. And it's amazing with technology that, that was one thing I was talking about with a friend yesterday. I said I was so impressed by all of the people that owned either gyms like yourself or bar class studios, fitness centers, whatever, where they just flipped everything online really fast.
Right.
So
yeah.
That is like sort of the, cool thing about technology is you can still really do your job even from a distance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And that's a good thing too. But at the same time, you still have people that wants to be within the gym too and work out. Because some people don't like to work out at home because of their environment. You like to change your environment. And I understand it because it does do something to you mentally. People doesn't realize it because like it's a difference from working from home and actually going into office and work. Your mental stability changes. So it's the same thing with working out. You go to the gym and working out at home is 2 different things. So it's like one of those things where, yeah, I'm gonna work out at home, but I'm at home. So it's like, I'm not really gonna push myself like I really want to. But if you go to the gym, you're here for a purpose. I'm gonna go ahead and work out. Then I go home and get to relax. So it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, I know. And it's hard if you're in like a one room apartment, like, myself, where it's like, you can't exactly have like different like exercise stations set up. Otherwise, it would take up the whole place. Although apparently there was a video that was going around online where a guy was setting up different bars in his house and he was calling it his bar crawl. So he was having one drink in the living room and another drink, in the bedroom. I thought that was hilarious. So maybe they can do that now with gym setups, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, well, another interesting thing about you, and I mentioned this at the beginning, is you're an actor. You do a lot of theater acting in particular. I was always really impressed by how you were always being cast in some sort of play, by the way. You were really good about staying on top of that. So do you miss being around, either the theater or the film setting or even being in an acting class? It sucks, right? Just being by yourselves working on monologues.
It really does suck, man, because like that, I mean, that's how you get better. You know that. It's just being around other actors and then just practicing on your craft. And then, I mean, right now, all you see is everybody online trying to practice on their craft and do better, which is good. And I'm working on trying to do that myself. So, putting, monologues on film. And that's the best way I could definitely, enhance my skills and have somebody look at it and then tweak that or tweak something. So, I mean, it's one of those things that I have to keep working. And right now, I have a film coming up. So right now, it's like I'm busy just, getting those lines in and practicing how I want to play that character. So right now, I'm busy with that too, which is a great thing because, I'm at home now, so I got something to do.
Yeah, what's the film you have coming up? That's exciting.
It's called By the Thread. So I mean, it's coming out sometime this summer. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be like a little sitcom. So, and then we also got the one with me and you and Angelo. And that's gonna be good too. So it's like, there's some things out there I feel like, that especially the ones that we're gonna be doing, like me, you, and Angelo. That's gonna be, I think, gonna be hot. People are gonna be like, wow, that was an interesting concept that we came up with to put it out there. So I can't wait to work on that too. So I know Angelo's working hard as far as writing it. And like I told Angelo before, man, don't rush it, man. Just we just want to make it good, but don't feel like all the pressure's on him. So.
We are. Yep. What you're referring to is this sitcom idea we had come up with where you and our good friend Angelo, who's editing these video interviews, and I are roommates. And that was one thing that always impressed me about you was when we first met, I was amazed at how good you were at comedy and drama because you come across as like very sort of stern and serious. And because the first time I met you, you were yelling at me for like an hour and a half straight. So I have that trauma in my head. But yeah, I mean, you like doing comedy too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like that. I mean, I like it all, to be honest with you. So it just makes you a better actor. You know what I'm saying? So and it opens you up to different roles too. So that's what I like about it.
That's awesome. Well, any last words of wisdom about either from a health perspective or maybe creative perspective, just how to keep your spirits up right now? I think that's what I want to do with these interviews is I want to show people like yourself that I'm friends with who are coping well during this time, you know what I mean? And finding like the beauty in it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think the biggest thing that we have to realize that this is a good time that you could put a pause button on life, not life itself, but on what's going on in your life. Like, everybody's talking about, I don't have time, and always rushing. So now is like the perfect time, like everything is shut down. So now you can't have the excuse you don't have time anymore. It's like you have all the time in the world because life has put a pause button for you to really go down deep and think about what you want to do with your life and how your life is going, where it's going. So I feel like this is a good spiritual time, a good meditation time for everybody because no matter black, white, whatever race, rich or poor, this virus is affecting everybody on every level. So nobody's immune to this. So I mean, it's like one of those things like you could be rich and you feel like you're immune, it's not gonna happen. But at the same time, you are losing money because your employees are not working right now. So you're losing money and no business is coming in. So you're hurting. So I mean, it's one of those things like you have to put your mindset like, everybody's on the same platform right now. So it's like you have to dig deep. If there's something you as an individual been wanting to do, this is the perfect time to do it. Even us as actors, it's like, there's so much to do in the acting world. I mean, as far as keeping your resumes, keeping your clips up, like this is a good downtime for us to do it too. So, I mean, that's one thing I say. But the biggest thing I would say about the quarantine thing, even though it's a quarantine of the body, that make sure, you know, you quarantine your mind also. What I mean by that is like, don't let the negativity infest your mind. So be positive about everything. Cause right now is just, you know, I feel like I'm gonna be more positive coming out of this quarantine that we're in right now. So it's like everybody else should do the same thing. And then when you look back to this time, when you get forward and look back, you're gonna be like, you know what? That time where the world was on pause, everything was on shutdown, was a great time for me mentally, because coming out of that, I've become a better person. So that's what I can leave with the people. And also be healthy, wash your hands all the time.
Hey man, you're amazing, Harold. I'll stop recording. We can keep talking for a second. Thank you for being here. You're just lovely.
Definitely.